Fortnite! Everyone loves Fortnite. Especially kids. Yeah, especially like 6-year-olds.
Oh, fuck you, faggot.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit!
You get into a taxi, and they're like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, I have a YouTube channel. They're like, oh yeah, what's that about? Video games? They're like, oh, my fucking kids. They're always playing that fucking Fortnite. Always asking me for my credit card. I'm like, yep, that's it. That's the one. That's exactly what I talk about.
The number of conversations I've had lately with people like, I play video games, like, oh, you mean like, yeah, do you play Fortnite?
Okay, that's right.
I'm like, no.
I saw it on Sunrise.
This online survival game has kids and teens competing to kill each other on screen and desensitising them to violence.
I saw them talking about how violent and addictive it is. Thanks, World Health Organization, for declaring gaming disorder. You fucking muppets.
They're the worst.
Fucking idiots.
So as we all know, Fortnite is now a very big thing.
Thick thing, Alec?
That merch, man.
That's right. Have you increased your chances with the Laymen since you've acquired that merch, Alec?
No comment. I'll leave that up to for you to decide. Fortnite, very big thing. Built off the breaking back of PUBG. Look, there's obviously been some words between the two developers that eventuated in some suits. Most notably, PUBG suing Epic Games for Fortnite's copyright infringement. So in the case of Blue Hole, the makers of PUBG,
Those blue holes.
if you can't beat them, sue them. They sued for copyright infringement on Fortnite, and they have just dropped the suit.
What a surprise.
Such a strong case.
It was. So the deal with this, obviously, is that PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battleground comes out. It takes the world by storm. It's like becomes the highest, most concurrent played game on Steam at the time, even though it was the, it leveraged the existing battle royale genre that we knew from before, from Day 1 Z1 and
Day 1 Z1.
Shut up, okay? You know how many times I've had to say this out loud? It's very early in the morning. H1Z1, Day Z. They said, cool, we're going to make a better version of it. Brendan Green went off and said, I'm going to make my own game, made PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battleground. We're completely nuts. At the same time, Epic Games was working on a game called Fortnite Save the World, which Sam and I played at E3. We thought it was kind of boring. It was like a zombie defense game, okay? And then all of a sudden, I get an email being like, hey, we're adding Battle Royale to our Fortnite game. What do you reckon? I'm like, I guess I'll make a video on that, sort of. I made some shitty top 10 hints video.
Oh man, that video.
4 million views later. It's
that
like
video.
My most viewed. Don't watch that video, please. It's so bad. Anyway, Fortnite is just completely gone insane. Everyone's talking about it all the time. In their first month on iOS, they made $100 million. In 1 month, recently, Fortnite alone, across all its platforms, made $260 million. In 1 month! That's how nuts this is. And so when PUBG saw that, they said, well, hang on a second. We want a slice of that pie. And they actually said that they're going to be suing them for copyright infringement.
The game mode itself, 100 drop in from a plane onto an island and whittled down to 1. They believed that was grounds for a copyright claim.
Well, to be fair though, that was the assumption. We don't know if they were actually being more specific in their lawsuit. We don't know if they were saying because you have our graphics engine, as in like, because PUBG is built on the Unreal Engine. So and Epic Games owns the Unreal Engine. So then we were wondering whether or not PUBG were trying to be a bit tricky and say, well, actually you had insider knowledge about what we were doing and you were developing your own thing. So we're assuming it's just like you copied our idea, but it could also be some technical legal mumble jumbo that we don't quite understand.
At the end of the day, the lawsuit has now been dropped. So without any description whether it was settled or whether it's just been dropped, they have stopped pursuing this, which is
good. Question mark?
News, which is news.
It's news.
And we come to Laymen for news. So that's the news.
It is
and
news.
Catch you next time.
That's objective news right there. That's like the world's first
real news.
Objective news report. That is news. ... No, but seriously, I think it's good that this has happened because obviously PUBG's lawsuit was just garbage. I don't care what kind of technical, legal footing they felt they might have had. At the end of the day, PUBG just saw losers. The fact is, their game is getting completely crushed by Fortnite. Their player count is down like 50% versus what it was at the start of the year, and it continues to fall. People are just becoming more and more fed up with this game.
Yeah.
And so it's no surprise that so many people are jumping onto Fortnite because Fortnite is actually an excellent product. Like, maybe you don't like Fortnite in terms of the style or whatever else, but technically speaking, the way this game runs is incredible. Like, it's beautiful to look at. It's buttery smooth on pretty much any system. You can play this thing on your phone and it runs perfectly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's quite astounding in terms of what they've produced here, and they deserve that success.
Now, what's so ironic about this is that whilst Bluehole's crying foul that their ideas are taken and they're going straight ahead and copying their the Battle Pass, the newly announced monetization model for Fortnite, where it's basically paid achievements.
Yeah.
So you pay X amount. I think it's like $15,
Something like that.
$20.
It's pretty cheap, you know.
It's okay to get these items through challenges. So like, you pay your money. A bunch of challenges are made available to you. Completion of these challenges sort of yields you gear at the end. Now, you can get this gear by just buying it directly, but if you want a more affordable way to buy these cosmetics by sort of paying for them and earning them, that's, you know, now an option to you. And PUBG has just gone straight ahead and copied this exact same
Exactly
model.
the same. And the PUBG community are going fucking nuts. They're like, how dare you charge us more money for stuff and implement all this garbage rather than fix your actual fucking game.
Büyük yerden daha büyük yerden nasıl emir gelebilir oğlum? Manyak. Heh, barış. Heh. Heh.
What?
Heh. Tamam kanka. Evet.
Ne oldu?
Kanka dur bir şey yok, gel kaldır be. Heh. Tamam.
The community's completely exploded on this, and they've actually had to update the Battle Pass recently to like add some stuff and change some things because of how much blowback there's been. And it's just the clearest sign of just how out of touch this game has become. If it's suing people left and right, if it's prioritizing monetization over basic fixes of its game, then it deserves to not be successful. I'm sorry, but that is the case. Like, it's just straight up the facts.
Just quickly on the point of the Battle Pass, on a sort of a separate topic, but there's a lot of talks about how the Battle Pass's structure of how it delivers the items in a paid way, and that it might be more of an indication of how sort of monetization within games works. Because I think Call of Duty is doing something similar.
No, Call of Duty again. Well, maybe they will also have that, but they've got a straight up season pass model as well.
Well,
you need to buy all the shit, and that's a whole other video right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. But I'm definitely hearing from other developers some stuff behind the scenes that I'm aware of as well, where other developers are planning to go down this path.
Yes.
This model seems to be okay with consumers. They seem to be okay with a cosmetic aspect. They like the fact that it gives you something to do and to earn, and that's it. So it's fairly palatable, and developers are definitely taking note of that. I wonder whether or not Epic Games will be suing everybody else for stealing their Battle Pass idea. Or maybe Epic Games will just be like, you know what? It's video games, man. People steal ideas from each other all the time. Just have the best idea and you will make money. Whatever.
I would love to know the whoever the first person to do Team Deathmatch was.
I know,
'Cause they
right?
could just sue everybody.
Totally, when they're patenting that idea.
That's right.
I bet you it was Cacta. That guy thinks of everything.
John Carmack drives a Lambo and I'm stuck here with you two fuckwits.
This isn't the end of Fortnite's legal struggles though. They're also suing one of their QA testers who apparently leaked information about the Season 4 like Meteor event that was going down. Now, I don't know the details about this because it's all obviously, you know, hidden legal stuff. But apparently this guy said some stuff and shared some stuff that he wasn't meant to. And sometimes that happens in the world of video games and most publishers are like, whatever man, these things happen, let's just move on. But these guys are going for the jugular. Like, they're literally suing this guy. And given how much money Epic Games has and given how high the stakes are with Fortnite, I would not be extending that guy a credit card if I was a bank. Let's just say that. I think that guy's financial future is pretty much fucked at this point. So I really hope he got some good karma from wherever he happened to post those leaks, because like, that's all he's gonna have for the next few years.
There are suits everywhere.
They are.
Lawsuits everywhere.
It's very
This is Battle Royale.
It is Battle Royale. It's like 100 lawyers enter and only one lawyer leaves with all of Epic Games' money.
Yeah, it's
all Bluehole's money maybe? It's Bluehole's.
There's just be money. There'll be money.
There will be money. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the news. We'll be back tomorrow with more fat Laymen stuff. Don't forget to check out that Thick Boy merch while it's available this week, and we will see you.
I gotta fix my strings actually because people don't like
People
when they're uneven.
get so triggered about the strings.
They hated it.
You know what else really triggers people?
I hope you noticed it all video.
If I did this and we recorded an episode like that, people would be like, unwatchable episode!
There we go, that's fixed.
Done.